ToplessRobot.com presents...
Previously on Cosmic Love.
Good afternoon, Patriots. You're listening to the Freedom and Family Values Hour. I'm your host, Chetford-Braddingly.
And I'm I'm Lady Sandra Liberty.
And together, we answer your love questions and bring you the news of the day from here on Approved Recreation Sphere 7. Those resistance fighters make me so mad. President Blark is just trying to make the galaxy a stronger, safer place.
Well, I guess they're trying to stand up for what they think is right, no matter how hopeless or outnumbered they feel. Which is wrong, obviously. So I didn't receive any of your advice questions this week. I hope that doesn't mean that you've given up on me. I hope you aren't listening to me host that asinine show with that shriveled hiccup of a human being. I hope you know that Madam Xandra is still on your side.
We have to save Eddy.
What? Who's Eddy?
The top secret prisoner being held on level 83.
Oh, great! And who are you?
I'm Eddy.
Great! Wait, what?
I'm Eddy.
I thought Eddy was being held prisoner.
Exactly! Let's go rescue him, TikTok!
I'm sorry, I really want to help, but you're gonna have to give me a little more here.
Okay, it's complicated and there's no time to explain, but the simple version is we're twins.
Who are both named Eddy.
He's Eddy with an IE, I'm Eddy with a Y. Are we criticizing my planet's naming conventions here, or are we rescuing my brother?
Okay, why is he in prison? What did he do?
Well, I don't want to brag, but we're basically the best hackers in the Alpha Quadrant. We had this great plan to expose the bullshit of President Blark's government to everyone, but then Eddy got his ass captured and it all went tails up.
Hackers? Cool.
Yeah, we're so cool we're frozen in carbonite. Can we get moving now, please?
Let's do it. What's the plan?
We get on the turbo lift and we push the button for deck 83.
And
we come up with a plan between here and there.
You came all this way and you don't have a plan?
You're my plan, lady. You're the underground's man on the inside, right? This is your backyard, right? You tell me the plan.
Well, unless you've got a dozen more Eddys running around somewhere, I count 2 of us and about 50 armed guards between us and your brother. I'm not sure that's elevator plan material.
I'm not sure your mom is elevator plan material.
Look, I know you're anxious to rescue your brother, but we can't just rush in there with nothing but a couple of Arcadian whips and some quantum nipple clamps. We need help. We need a way to get in and out. We need to be able to move in secret.
Oh, I get it.
What?
You just don't want to get found out. You don't want to lose your precious radio show and your job as High Mistress of the Space Station and all the sexy sex inside of it.
Excuse me?
They were right. I shouldn't have even bothered coming to you.
They?
The rest of the underground. They said you didn't care about us anymore, and I guess they were right.
They didn't say that. They don't all think that. Listeners, members of the Resistance, please tell me that's not true.
When's the last time someone sent you a love advice question, Lady Sandra? When's the last time someone wrote to you to say, hey, thanks for everything you're doing for the cause, Lady Sandra?
Hey, I've saved over 60 refugees this year, thank you very much. I helped bring trans species and beta species and political refugees to safe houses. I passed along information that helped you evacuate the citizens of Devaloka before it was too late.
And you did it all from the comfort of the Freedom and Family Values Hour.
Okay, look, I have to get ready. I have a client in 15 minutes and these robotic fingernails aren't going to glue themselves on. Okay, well, I mean, they are, but it requires a lot of supervision. I'm sorry about your brother. You can stay here if you like, and I'll support you in any way I can. But I am not going to throw away everything I've built here to just charge into the detention facility like a bantha on a bender. I have my own way of helping. For your information, my client tonight has connections to the work camps on Epsilon Erdani.
You must be so proud to fulfill all of his wildest fantasies.
In vino veritas, honey. Or I suppose in this case, in Venusian truthopia, my claim is an aphrodisiac. Veritas.
What?
Listeners, members of the Resistance, everyone at the underground base, I hope Eddy doesn't speak for all of you. You know I'm resisting every day in the best ways I know how. As always, I'll send along any information I learn tonight, anything that helps us protect the good folks of this galaxy that need protecting. The Freedom and Family Values Hour is unfortunate, but it's a necessary evil.
If it's evil, it isn't necessary.
Eddy, with a Y. I will talk to you later. If you use any of my vibrators, please wash them. And if I were you, I'd start thinking about a rescue plan.
Hi there, citizens. Tell me something. You wouldn't borrow your boss's hover car and then just leave it running and walk away on the wrong side of town, would you? Of course you wouldn't. That would be patently idiotic. You wouldn't go to the bank, take out 100 bars of gold-pressed latinum, and then just hand them out to every homeless person you see, would you? Like some baby-eating communist? Is that what you are? A patently idiotic baby-eating communist? Of course you're not. So then, why are you leaving your data unprotected? Why are you allowing just anyone to waltz in and steal your bank information or say President Blark's confidential security plans? Cybersecurity is a serious concern, you half-witted monkey wrapped in a slice of jackass. So let's all take it seriously and change our passwords today. Thank you!
Good afternoon, Patriots. You're listening to the Freedom and Family Values Hour. I'm your host, Chetford-Braddingly. Lady Xandra?
Sorry, I'm Lady Sandra Liberty, and together we answer your love advice questions and bring you the news of the day from here on Approved Recreation Sphere 64-7.
Up late last night thinking about that high-security prisoner, huh?
What? No.
It's okay. Me too. I couldn't stop thinking, how can I help? And I wish I could get in there and just shove a few Mandalorian torture needles into his trachea.
Horrifyingly specific, Chip.
You can't mess around with these resistance types. And it gets worse.
Oh, it always does.
I heard there's a misguided rescue mission underway, that someone's here to break him out of the Baron Vladimir Harkonnen detention facility and information extraction lounge.
Well, you can't believe everything you hear. Say, isn't it about time for the President Blark update? It's your favorite.
In just a second. Listeners, Patriots, please be on the lookout for a female rebel hiding somewhere on Approved Recreation Sphere 7.
Well, I'm sure she, or he, or they, I mean, can you really know someone's gender, is no match for President Blark's security forces. I don't think the good vacationers need to trouble themselves with such small potatoes. And speaking of potatoes, I heard that President Blark broke ground yesterday on an exciting new project.
Oh my god, he totally did. I mean, he didn't personally, of course. Yuck. He sent an intern, but I am proud to announce that we have officially broken ground on a new iridium mine on Bravilax 3.
Bravilax? Isn't there an endangered panda preserve there?
That's the best part. We get to wipe out all those ugly pandas, and we get a new source of iridium. How smart is President Blark?
Just the smartest.
And how lucky are we to be able to be a part of it here at the Freedom and Family Values Hour?
I mean, we just report on it. We're not really part of it, per se.
Don't talk like that. We are an important piece of the puzzle. You, Lady Sandra Liberty, you are a vital brick in the glorious house that is President Blark's new world. Good. So I'm just... I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of this show. I'm proud of my Neblonian cactus who just learned how to shake hands.
Yeah, we're all truly inspiring. Inspiring and full of needles. Let's just go to a word from our sponsors, shall we?
Are you still suffering from lingering doubts about eradicating deviants and communists and disgusting pandas from the good of the galaxy? Well, suffer no more! Everyone's favorite morality suppression drug, Amoralis, is now available in an easy-release tablet. Wake up in the middle of the night haunted by hideous screams? No more! Get your complimentary prescription today at the Level 28 Medical Center. Amoralis, now a proud provider of drinking water on over 50 planets.
You know, Sandra, I picked up my Amoralis prescription last week, and wow, what a difference it makes. The new formula is really something, and now it comes in chocolate.
Fantastic. What do you say we keep moving this along? I think we have a caller on the line.
Well, aren't we an eager Ewok today? Sure, let's patch on over to our live caller. I believe she's calling from the blackjack table outside of St. Pamela Geller's One Correct Church. Mrs. Vapurm, are you there?
I'm here, Mr. Chetford-Braddingly.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and welcome to the airwaves. Tell the listeners about yourself and why you're calling into the show today.
Hello. My name is Mrs. Drupeld Vapurm. My husband is Ambassador Vapurm of the High Council of the Feline Races, and I'm currently visiting approved Recreation Sphere 7 to settle my nerves, to be completely honest.
What seems to be the trouble, Mrs. Vapurm?
It's my youngest son, Jimmy. Oh dear, now that I'm here I can't even say it.
It's okay, ma'am. Take your time.
Well, I was cleaning his room last week, and I came across something horrible. Just horrible. I was dusting his clarinet trophy when I came across a stack of pornography.
And how old is Jimmy, Mrs. Vapurm?
He's 16, but that's not the worst part. It wasn't feline pornography.
What?
It was canine. It was just so many dots. It was horrible.
Oh no, Mrs. Vapurm, I am so sorry.
I've already enlisted him in the army, of course, but I'm just heartbroken, and I don't know how to tell if this is just a phase or if it's something more serious. I've raised 3 other boys, and they all turned out just fine. I can't imagine where he even picked up something like this.
I don't know if this is really such a cause for...
I tell you what you shouldn't do, Mrs. Vapurm, is blame yourself. Plenty of deviants come from perfectly normal, upstanding families. There really is no telling where this kind of perversion comes from. But I am so sorry, this is just a parent's worst nightmare.
Is it, though?
You did the right thing by enlisting him, and I can pass along a few recommendations for some really fantastic counselors, just the best in their field. Jimmy's still underage, so there's still time to get him back on the right path. But if your son turns 18, and he's still harboring these feelings, you know what you need to do.
I have to turn him in.
You have to turn him in. It hurts, but it's a necessary evil.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I can't. Oh, I'm not feeling well. I think I need to excuse myself.
I know, it makes me sick too, the idea of someone harboring feelings for another race.
It's not that.
It's all right, dear. I understand. It would make any upstanding citizen sick to their stomach.
It's not that! I'm just having a little trouble with the triple sausage I had for breakfast.
Bless you for saying so, dear.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
What a sweet girl.
You know, she used to be very tapped into the pre-Blark debauchery. She even used to encourage the very perversions you're calling about. I'm so proud of her. She's made quite a turnaround. I can tell she still has doubts from time to time. Anyone can tell that, but she keeps trying. She keeps showing up and trying to be good. And you know, that's all you can really ask. Well, that in total compliance.
So maybe there's hope for little Jimmy after all.
I'd venture to say there is, Mrs. Vapurm. I'd venture to say there is. Thank you for calling, and have an upstanding rest of your day. You know, you hate to hear a call like that, but there's no sense in pretending it doesn't happen. The sooner we can all recognize the dark undercurrents in our galaxy, the sooner we can bring them into the light and eradicate them forever. Well, listeners, with my beautiful co-host indisposed with some interspecies indigestion, it looks like it's up to me to bring you the news of the day from here on Approved Recreation Sphere 7. Let's see, what do we have today? They're opening a new water slide in the Duke Nukem Splash Zone on Deck 45. Gotta check that out. Ooh, they'll be live streaming an execution in the Coliseum tomorrow. That's fun. Get your tickets soon. You know how those things sell out. And, oh, this is too bad. Bertle's Beastie's Exotic Zoo and Charcuterie will be closed for the next few days due to a teensy outbreak of tentacle and mouth disease. You know, you'd think the uranium would help, but somehow it never does. And finally, all guests can continue to expect delays in travel between decks 83 and 87 due to the heightened security presence for that top-secret prisoner. I wish they'd just livestream his execution already and be done with it, but I know they have to finish interrogating him first, blah, blah, blah. Keeping any rebels alive at all seems like a mistake to me, but what do I know? I'm just radio host Chetford-Braddingly. What I do know is that we cannot allow this rescue to happen. If you see anything out of the ordinary, anyone who doesn't belong here, and trust your gut, you can tell if someone doesn't belong, please report it immediately to the station authorities. Remember, if you see something, say something. If you hear something, say something. If you echolocate something, say something. Only you can prevent aberrations in our perfect society. Okay, listeners, that about does it for today's Freedom and Family Values Hour. Thanks for tuning in, and all hail the peerlessly brilliant and supremely handsome galactic president, Jute Blark. Bye-bye.
When your wife found out about your affair with the nanny bot, who gave you a Martian martini and a recommendation for a great lawyer? Nebula Jim, that's who. And remember when you went AWOL during the Great Spider War of 2268? Who helped you hide out and made you an anti-venom Mai Tai? Mr. Nebula Jim. And when your Amoralis prescription just wasn't enough for you to deal with the horrible things you've done, who made you a pan-galactic gargle blaster to help you forget? Yes, it was Nebula Jim. But you probably guessed that from the other two examples. Nebula Jim's Liquor Emporium on the 37th floor. Spill your secrets, not your drink.
Well, look who it is. Lady Xandra Sellout. Have fun hosting the Betrayal and Family Suffering Hour?
I most certainly did not.
Good.
It's not good. Nothing is good. Nothing's been good for a long time. Tell me something. This hack that you and your brother have in mind, it's a big deal? Bigger than all the people I helped save this year? Bigger than all the people I could save next year? It'll change things in a real way?
It could change everything.
Okay. Then, I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in. Let's rescue Eddy. Hear that, members of the Resistance? I'm in. I'm throwing it all away for a high-stakes prison break. Who doesn't care about the cause now?
Yeah, congrats. You want a medal or what?
I hope, listeners, that this means you'll start sending in your love questions again, participating in the cosmic love process. I know it sounds silly, but it's how I connect with people, and I've been feeling so disconnected lately from you, my family. Let's make this a fresh start for all of us.
It's so touching I forgot to cry. Now maybe we should come up with a plan.
Yes, a plan. So, what do I need to know? Tell me everything.
Well, there is one thing you should know for sure.
What's that?
Eddy isn't really technically my brother, per se.
Oh, yeah? Is he your sexy lover?
Ew, no! Ugh. It's more like he is me. We're a symbiont. We're more than twins. We're more like one person split into two. We don't usually spend time apart. It's been very aggravating.
Interesting.
And now that we're back in proximity, we might start to switch.
Switch?
Brains, personalities. He might suddenly pop in here, and I'll pop into the torture zone.
Huh. So you're saying Your body will stay here, and his body will stay in jail, but your personalities might switch. You'll suddenly have to inhabit his body as it's being tortured, and he'll come inhabit your body and help plan his own rescue? Ooh, that's fascinating. And confusing. How will I know if you've switched?
Oh, you'll know. He's a special sunflower.
Oh, I've heard of this. Isn't this a Tyrellian thing? Are you a Tyrellian?
Guilty as charged.
Wait, wasn't Tyrellia destroyed to build a new zero-gravity golf course last year?
It's kind of a touchy subject, thanks for bringing up my planet's genocide, but yeah. As far as I know, me and Eddy are the last surviving Tyrellian symbiont.
Shit, I'm really sorry. Well, that explains your passion to take down the government.
It shouldn't take a personal investment to fight against injustice.
Fair enough. Sorry to bring it up. We can dive into the grieving process when you're ready. No rush. Okay, anything else? Anything about how to get past the guards and the security codes and probably killer laser beams and who knows what?
That's all you, lady. This is your space station.
It's not my station, I just work here. But point taken. Well, I know next to nothing about the detention center, but I do know who might. He's worked here since before Alderaan was an asteroid field. Anything happens on Pleasure Sphere 64? That's right, I said Pleasure Sphere 64. He's the first to know about it.
Okay, and who's that?
Let's go see Mr. Nebula Jim.
Cosmic Love was written, directed, and edited by me, Amy Thorstenson. Madam Xandra was played by Katie Self, Chip was played by Chet Eschman, and Eddy was played by Katie Pelensky. Thanks for listening, and be good out there.